Hey, good evening. It's Wednesday, February 5th, and welcome back to Everyday Talk 24/7. I've got something really personal to talk to you about tonight. It's an area where I had to grow, still need to learn how to grow. But as a parent, as a husband, as a friend, this is a lesson for me, was a long, long time coming. And the question is simply this: am I, a refuge to the people that we care about? I know I was focused on trying to be right, trying to say the right thing, trying to give the right word of correction. Oftentimes I was accurate in what I was trying to portray. But sadly, too often, it pushed those that I love away. Proverbs 17 says this: a friend loves at all times. A brother is born for a time of adversity. So a friend, and that's going to be whether you've friends, siblings, spouse, children. If you want to be a friend is made for adversity. A friend is made to be there in hardship. A friend is made to be there for you when there's heart pain. When we are torn up inside, we need good friends. What does that friendship look like? When someone is hurting, they don't need an immediate correction. They don't need necessarily more information. What they do need is a place of safety, a place of refuge, a place of hope, where they know that they can be heard, understood, loved, and cared for without the worry, without the cloud of being judged and being corrected and not being misunderstood. You see, the time for correction and rebuke, that'll all come in due time. But first, to be that true friend, we need to be a place of rest, safety, that refuge. Before we can be a resource, we've got to be a refuge. Being Christ-like is the way that we create this place of safety and refuge. Again, a passage that I refer to a lot. God's truth has so many rich applications, but this passage in Matthew 11. Notice what Jesus is saying. Obviously, we can't follow him perfectly, but he is our goal here. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened. When someone comes to you wanting help or carrying a burden, we want them to be safe to come to us. And then what does Jesus say? I will give you rest. I'm not going to correct you on the spot. I'm not going to scold you. I'm not going to give you a better way to do it. I will give you rest. All that will come. I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. In other words, the yoke of the world, the yoke of performance, the yoke of trying to keep the law. Jesus says, no. My yoke is I've already taken those things for you. You're going to be safe with me. For I am gentle and humble in heart. I'm not going to be pushy. And you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. If you're going to be that friend, if you're going to be that one that can be trusted, then you want to be seen as someone, as we they come to us and we come to them. And we walk together. This is going to be a place of safety. The Proverbs. Pleasant words promote healing. They open the door to instruction. Not words of combat, not well you should have, or let me tell you this, but words of understanding and compassion. Again, from the Proverbs. Gentleness turns away anger and hurt, and it creates that safe, Christ-like place. This is true of your friends, who aren't your relatives necessarily, but close friends. We need this openness. They need that from us. That's what I had to learn. Instead of wanting to correct, instead of wanting to, my intentions were good, quote. But my methodology stunk so often, because I had to say something to correct. Is that what we're being called to here? The time will come. Whether it's your siblings. Siblings have a tendency to get into it with each other. Again, we may have the best of intentions. But if we're not following Christ's model, our intentions won't matter. Children. Wow. Our tendency is to want to correct. But before we can get to the correction, we've got to be that person that's representing Christ and is being safe, is going to hear, is going to protect and shield, provide the place where they can grow. So we can tell them what they need to hear, maybe in correction. But before that, we've got to be that friend who's open, gentle, who's a refuge. And then husbands and wives. When we hurt each other, we don't need to get even. We need to be open and trusting, being a place of safety and refuge. I could probably talk about this for hours. And if you have some thoughts and feedback, maybe I'll follow up on this tomorrow. We'll see. But this is so important for us. Are you a refuge? Am I a refuge? Let's open our hearts to be like Christ. Thank you for being here tonight, and Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. I look forward to your feedback. Good night.